If you're over 60, what you're about to hear could change the way you start your morning and potentially improve your long-term health. Many people believe strokes strike suddenly and without warning. But according to experts at the American Stroke Association, several hidden risk factors actually build up silent, especially in the early morning hours. And surprisingly, one of the earliest warning signs can show up in your legs. If your legs feel weak, slightly shaky, or harder to move when you first get out of bed, it's not just normal aging. It could be the result of poor blood flow to your lower limbs, what doctors call reduced leg circulation. And when blood doesn't flow well to your legs, chances are it's also struggling to reach your brain. Here's the part most people miss. Some of the most common morning habits, like grabbing a bottled fruit juice, sipping sweetened coffee, or skipping water, altogether could be silently weakening your legs, reducing leg strength, and according to the American Heart Association, even tripling your risk of stroke after 60. Why is the morning such a critical time? The AHA explains that between 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock a.m., the heart and blood vessels are under the most stress. Your blood is thicker, your arteries are tighter, and your body is still adjusting after hours of sleep. If you drink the wrong thing or don't drink enough of the right thing, you're not just disrupting blood flow to your legs. You could be triggering a dangerous reduction in blood flow to your brain. We're not sharing this to alarm you. On the contrary, this video is here to help you spot and correct the seemingly harmless habits that may be quietly damaging your vascular health and your mobility. We'll count down the top 5 morning drinks that older adults over 60 are regularly consuming without realizing their hidden impact. Some may worsen muscle loss, increase heaviness in your legs, numbness, and make walking and balance more difficult. Others may spike your blood pressure, one of the biggest triggers of early morning stroke events. Let's start with mistake number 5. A drink that seems healthy, often chosen by older adults for its convenience and nutritional image. It's bottled smoothies. You'll find them in grocery stores, convenience shops, and even fast food chains with labels like wholesome or heart healthy. Fresh fruits, oats, yogurt, even plant protein sounds great on the label. But what's really inside that bottle may surprise you. Most bottled smoothies produced on a large scale contain very high amounts of sugar, often between 25 and 40 grams per bottle. That's the equivalent of 8 to 10 teaspoons of sugar. And many of these drinks have had the natural fiber removed during processing, which means the sugar hits your bloodstream fast. When blood sugar spikes suddenly in the morning, your body responds by releasing a flood of insulin. That hormonal surge can disrupt muscle metabolism, leading to weak legs, muscle tremors, and unstable walking, especially during the first few hours of the day. High sugar intake also causes low-grade inflammation in the tiny blood vessels of the legs, reducing leg circulation, particularly in the calves and feet. Refined sugar also speeds up muscle loss, especially in older adults. According to research published in the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging, high-sugar diets accelerate muscle degeneration in adults over 60, especially in the legs, which already receive less intense activity. But the damage doesn't stop at your legs. Excess sugar thickens the blood, places added stress on the heart, and according to the American Heart Association, contributes to a significantly higher stroke risk, particularly when consumed on an empty stomach during the early morning hours. You might be thinking, but I buy the no sugar added kind. Be careful, many bottled smoothies still include ingredients like fruit juice concentrate, corn syrup, or natural sweeteners. All of these spike your blood sugar and put your vascular system under stress, especially if consumed first thing in the morning. So what's the solution? It's not to give up smoothies entirely, but to make your own at home. When you prepare smoothies yourself, you control the ingredients. A simple recipe: half a banana, a handful of spinach, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, a scoop of plain Greek yogurt, and a bit of water. No added sugar, no preservatives, and you keep all the natural fiber intact. You can also add a scoop of plant-based protein like oat or pea protein to support your leg strength and help your energy last longer throughout the day. Remember, a good morning drink shouldn't just taste nice or be convenient. It should support your leg circulation, minimize muscle loss, avoid spiking your stroke risk, and most importantly, shouldn't leave you feeling off balance when you stand, walk, or try to maintain balance. If you've ever felt like you were eating a healthy breakfast, but your legs still felt heavy, or walking still felt tearing, chances are that sweet smoothie might be doing more harm than good. Starting tomorrow, try making your smoothie at home, or choose something lower in sugar, higher in fiber, and richer in protein, and most of all, listen to how your legs feel after breakfast. Because your legs often give you the first signal when circulation or muscle function is starting to decline. Mistake number 4 comes from something nearly everyone believes is healthy: packaged fruit juice. Many older adults choose juice in the morning thinking it's natural, full of vitamins, and easy on the stomach. But the truth is, most store-bought fruit juice, those labeled 100% juice, are not a safe choice for seniors, especially for those with issues related to legs, balance, or increased stroke risk after 60. To understand why, let's look inside a typical bottle of orange or apple juice. First, the sugar content is very high. A 10-ounce bottle can contain anywhere from 24 to 35 grams of sugar, that's 6 to 9 teaspoons. Most of that sugar comes from fruit juice concentrate, which means the natural fiber has been stripped out, and the juice has been heat-treated to extend shelf life. Without fiber, the sugar rushes into your bloodstream. That's why many people feel a quick energy boost, followed by sudden fatigue. Second, it creates a shock to your circulation system, especially in the morning. Drinking fruit juice on an empty stomach causes a fast spike in blood glucose. Your body responds by releasing extra insulin. That insulin surge can create an imbalance in blood sugar, which may lead to muscle twitching, cramps, or even a feeling that your legs give out when walking. These are early signs of reduced leg strength and disrupted leg circulation. According to a study from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, frequent consumption of fruit juice is linked to a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes, one of the leading causes of muscle loss and leg weakness in older adults. It doesn't stop there. Many packaged juices contain additives and preservatives, some of which can subtly constrict blood vessels. Others have hidden sodium, which may increase blood pressure in the morning, an important factor behind increased stroke risk, especially when combined with dehydration or early-day stress. So does this mean you should give up fruit altogether? Not at all. Whole fruits are a fantastic source of nutrients. When you eat an orange, apple, or a handful of grapes, you're getting fiber, natural polyphenols, and enzymes that slow down sugar absorption. This helps stabilize blood sugar, protect leg strength, and support blood flow to your lower limbs, making walking easier and reducing unexpected cramps or fatigue in your legs. If you're looking for something cool, quick, and refreshing, consider making fresh juice at home. Dilute it with water, and add a spoonful of chia seeds. The fiber in chia acts as a natural filter, slowing sugar absorption and providing omega-3s, which help reduce inflammation in the blood vessels. According to the American Heart Association, a diet low in sugar, high in fiber, and focused on stabilizing morning blood pressure is strongly associated with a lower risk of stroke, especially for those over 60 m. So, if drinking a glass of orange juice has been your morning habit for years, Ask yourself, are you drinking oranges or just drinking sugar? Try switching things up tomorrow. Eat a fresh orange slice by slice. Chew it slowly. Pair it with a warm glass of water. You might notice less leg fatigue, better balance, and no more mid-morning energy crash. Your legs don't need more, they just need what's right. And packaged fruit juice is no longer the right choice for anyone over 60 who wants to protect their legs, preserve balance, and prevent major events like stroke. We've talked about sugar, but now let's discuss something even more misleading. Diet soda. Many seniors switch from regular soda to diet soda, thinking that no sugar means it's safer. But according to experts at Harvard Medical School, diet soda not only fails to help with weight control or blood sugar, it may actually do the opposite, especially when it comes to circulation, leg strength, and your stroke risk. Diet sodas are sweetened with artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, or acesulfame potassium. These contain no calories, but they can still affect insulin response and the nervous system when consumed on an empty stomach in the morning. These sweeteners may trigger sympathetic nervous activity, causing blood vessels to tighten, blood to thicken, and leg circulation to slow down. The result? Many people feel cold legs, slight trembling, or even weakness when trying to stand, especially if they drink diet soda instead of water. First thing in the day, a large-scale study from the American Stroke Association, published in Stroke Journal, followed over 81,000 postmenopausal women for more than 10 years. It found that women who drank 2 or more cans of diet soda per day had a 23% higher risk of stroke, especially ischemic stroke, which is linked to poor circulation and thicker blood. And the impact isn't just internal. Poor blood flow from diet soda can affect your legs directly. You might feel tight calves when walking, nighttime cramps, or even a sensation like your legs are bound or heavy sometimes, even after just 1 can. What's more, diet soda does nothing to prevent muscle loss. In fact, research from the National Institute on Aging links artificial sweeteners to gut microbiome imbalances disruptions that affect protein absorption and muscle metabolism. For people over 60, this is especially concerning, since natural muscle decline is already underway. Another overlooked effect is mild dehydration. Diet sodas often contain caffeine and sodium, both of which act as diuretics, without proper hydration. This leads to thicker blood, increased pressure on your heart, and slower blood flow to your lower limbs. That's why many seniors who drink diet soda in the morning report feeling stiff knees, loss of balance, or difficulty walking comfortably. So, what's the better option? Swap your diet soda for drinks that support circulation. A glass of sparkling water with lemon slices or fresh ginger can still give you that refreshing fizz without disrupting your hormones, blood thickness, or leg strength. You can also try warm water infused with cucumber and mint, or diluted pomegranate juice options that not only enhance leg circulation, but also help keep your joints and movement more fluid throughout the morning. If you've ever thought, I don't drink sugar, so why do my legs still feel tired? Or my head feel foggy? The answer might be hiding in that sugar-free can of soda you reach for every morning. The key is this: just because something has no sugar doesn't make it safe for people after treads. Everything you drink matters more than it used to. Your body is responding differently than it did at 30 or 40. And something as seemingly harmless as a can of diet soda could be the hidden piece that contributes to muscle loss, poor balance, or worse, sudden, unexpected stroke. Choose differently, not out of fear, but because you deserve stronger legs, better mornings, and safer days ahead. Now we arrive at mistake number 2. and it's one of the most common drinks in America, especially first thing in the morning, sweetened coffee. Millions of seniors say, "I can't start my day without a cup of coffee." That's perfectly understandable. But if that cup is filled with sugar, flavored syrups, creamers, or sweetened condensed milk, then you're putting stress on your circulation, your heart and, especially your legs before the day even begins. Let's start with what happens inside the body. When you drink sweetened coffee on an empty stomach, caffeine quickly constricts blood vessels, including those in your legs and brain. At the same time, sugar causes a rapid spike in insulin, followed by a sharp drop in blood glucose. This combination can leave you feeling shaky, weak in the legs, or even off balance during the first hour of the day. According to Mayo Clinic, coffee can temporarily raise blood pressure, and when combined with sugar, this effect may be stronger and longer lasting, especially in people over 60. Morning blood pressure swings are a major risk factor for stroke, since your brain's blood vessels are more fragile after hours of sleep. But the effects don't stop there. Your legs are often the first place to reflect poor blood flow. When blood vessels tighten, circulation to the lower limbs slows. That can lead to reduced leg circulation, numbness, slight muscle tremors, or the sensation that your legs aren't working right. If you already have muscle loss or weak leg muscles, the impact becomes even more noticeable. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that high sugar intake at breakfast can reduce insulin sensitivity and increase inflammation in muscle tissue, accelerating muscle breakdown, especially in the thighs and calves. Sweetened coffee can also disrupt your gut microbiome, and that affects how your body absorbs protein and processes energy, two things critical for maintaining leg strength and avoiding fatigue during walking. There's more. Many ready-to-drink or store-bought coffees contain artificial creamers, synthetic flavorings, and preservatives. These ingredients can increase low-grade inflammation in blood vessels, to thicken your blood, and indirectly raise your stroke risk even if the coffee tastes smooth and comforting. But should you give up coffee entirely? Not at all. Coffee, when consumed the right way, can offer real benefits. Caffeine may help with alertness, fat metabolism, and even physical performance. The issue isn't coffee, it's how you prepare it and what you add to it. Here's a better approach. Switch to black coffee plain, without sugar or cream. If the bitterness is hard to handle, try adding a pinch of cinnamon, natural vanilla extract, or rafcozoa powder. These add flavor without sugar or calories. You can also blend your coffee with healthy fats, like a teaspoon of coconut oil or unsweetened nut milk. This slows down caffeine absorption, stabilizes your energy, and reduces those wobbly leg or jittery feelings later in the morning. And always eat something small before your coffee. A slice of whole grain toast or a hard-boiled egg can help buffer your digestive system, prevent blood sugar crashes, and support your leg strength, especially important if you're already seeing signs of muscle loss. According to the American Heart Association, controlling sugar intake in the morning, including in your coffees, a key way to lower stroke risk. Preserve walking balance and protect lower body muscle function in adults after 60. So, if your morning coffee feels like it's waking you up, be careful. It might not be waking up your energy, but waking up your risk of imbalance, like fatigue, or even silent stroke triggers. Choose a better coffee, not less coffee. Skip the sugar. Let your legs be the judge after a few days of change. If they feel lighter, more stable, you're already moving in the right direction. And finally, we reach the #1 mistake, a habit so simple, yet so dangerous, that millions of adults over 60 make it every single morning: not drinking water, also known as skipping water altogether. It might not sound serious, but according to experts at the National Institute on Aging, failing to hydrate shortly after waking up can directly impact your blood flow, blood vessels, and most critically circulation to the legs. That can lead to everything from muscle weakness, numbness, poor balance, and even increased risk of morning stroke. Why does this happen? After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body naturally loses fluid through breathing, sweating, and metabolic processes. When you wake up and don't drink water, your blood becomes thicker. Your cardiovascular system now has to work much harder to move that blood throughout the body, especially to distant areas like the legs and up to the brain. The first sign? Slowed leg circulation. You might notice your legs feel heavy, hard to lift, or tingly in the calves and feet. That's your body signaling blood flow isn't reaching your lower limbs properly. Next, dehydration reduces plasma volume, the liquid portion of your blood. This thickens your blood further, increases pressure on the heart, and raises the chance of blood clot formation, direct cause of ischemic stroke. According to the American Stroke Association, there's more. When blood becomes too thick, your leg muscles especially, those that are underused, don't receive enough oxygen. That accelerates muscle loss, especially in the calves and thighs. You may notice your legs feel weaker, your calves look smaller, or walking becomes more tiring even without physical exertion. One study in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that losing just 1% of total body water can reduce peripheral circulation performance by up to 10%. For people over 60, this impact is even greater because blood vessels become less flexible with age. Skipping water also affects your balance. Hydration plays a key role in keeping blood pressure stable. Without it, you may experience sudden drops in blood pressure when standing, leading to dizziness, lightheadedness, and high fall risk. Especially dangerous for anyone with weak legs, previous injuries, or balance concerns. A common reason seniors skip water is, "I don't feel thirsty," but according to Mayo Clinic, your sense of thirst declines with age, meaning you could be dehydrated without realizing it. Another concern is nighttime urination. Ironically, drinking water in the morning may help reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom. Why? Because if your body doesn't get enough water during the day, it tries to retain fluid and ends up releasing it at night. Drinking water early supports a healthier, more predictable hydration rhythm. So how much water should you drink? There's no perfect number, but the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine recommends about 2.7 liters per day for women and 3.7 liters for men. For older adults, a more practical starting point is 10 to 16 ounces, 300, 500 milliliters, right after waking upon to 2 glasses of plain water. The best option? Warm, filtered water. No ice, no lemon, no sugar, no flavors, just clean water to reawaken your circulation, thin your blood naturally, and help it flow more easily to your heart, your brain, and especially your legs. If you need a little motivation, you can add a few cucumber slices or a drop of lemon juice. But don't let extras delay your water intake. Drinking water properly also supports leg strength. Muscles are about 75% water. With proper hydration, they contract better, move more freely, cramp less, and recover faster even after light activity. You may notice within a few days, lighter legs, easier steps, fewer feelings of stiffness or shaking when getting out of bed, and perhaps most important, drinking water each morning is one of the safest, easiest, and most effective ways to protect yourself from stroke, maintain balance, and preserve the strength of your legs. Yet it's a habit that millions of Americans over 60 still overlook. So if you've been skipping water in the morning, tomorrow is your moment to change that. Before your coffee, before breakfast, just one glass of water. It may be the single best gift you can give your body after 60. So now, you've just learned about 5 common morning drink zones. Millions of seniors in America still consume each day without realizing they might be quietly weakening their legs, reducing leg strength, throwing off their balance, and increasing their stroke risk after 60. It's not because these drinks are toxic. It's because your body after 60 doesn't function the same way it did in your 30s or 40s. Every small choice from that bottled smoothie, fruit juice, diet soda, sweetened coffee, to simply skipping water has a real impact on your circulation, your legs, and even your brain. But here's the good news. Everything you've just heard in this video is changeable starting with your very next morning. You don't need medication. You don't need expensive supplements. All it takes is a better drink choice. And the difference you feel in your walking, your leg lightness, and your mental clarity can be immediate. Remember, your legs are the farthest point from your heart. If blood can reach your feet easily, it's also reaching your brain. Keeping your leg circulation strong is one of the simplest, most powerful ways to protect your memory, reduce fatigue, and lower your stroke risk without fear or confusion. If this information helped you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with a friend, a family member, or anyone you care about, especially those over 60 who may be feeling weak in the legs, tired when walking, or off balance in the morning. You can also leave a comment below. Have you made one of these morning drink mistakes? Which habit are you planning to change starting tomorrow? We read every comment, and will respond to support you in taking small, daily steps toward better health. And if you want more simple, science-backed, and senior-friendly videos to boost muscle strength, prevent leg cramps, and stay active and independent after 60, then subscribe to Leg Tips 60 Plus right now. It's completely free, but it may help you or someone you love avoid one of the most dangerous risks older adults face today: stroke caused by silent morning habits. You deserve a body that feels steady. You deserve stronger legs, and a morning that starts with confidence, not concern. And it all begins with the right glass of water.